Oh, the North remembers. No Van Vliet, no problem, as Tim Doyle is here to break this one down as well. TD, Toronto coming away with a convincing win here and really getting it done at the defensive end, allowing just 88 points, sub 40% from the field for their opponent here in Philly. What did you make of what they were able to accomplish at that end of the court?
The energy, the urgency, just played with so much more passion than the 76ers. You got to win 4 games, Philadelphia. You know what I mean? You're up 3-0. You're laughing, right? You're having the time of your life. All of a sudden, Embiid's thumbs hurt. Oh, all of a sudden, things aren't so good. You play with no effort in Game 4. And then tonight on the home floor, did you hear the Boo Birds at halftime? You could just see there was no toughness there. And James Harden had his own struggles. Only 15 points, 4 of 11 from the field. Like, they're getting no production from the bench right now. No team in the history of the NBA has come back from an 0-3 deficit. You wanted to wrap the series up earlier. I have the 76ers coming out of the East. I don't feel too good about it tonight. Tonight's performance was pitiful.
That it was on both ends of the court, really nothing to show for it. I want to dig into some of these numbers before we get to the long-term implications of maybe if this does go 7. I mean, it's that situation where you're now headed back on the road to take on a Toronto team with all the momentum in this series, but specifically for Joel Embiid. 20 points in this one. He is dealing with that thumb injury. That's back-to-back games now. 20 points in Game 5, 21 in Game 4. Prior to that, it was 33 and 31, and then 19 in Game 1, but that was the Maxey incendiary game, so you kind of throw that one out. This was 30-plus for Embiid until he hurt his thumb. What are you seeing differently in terms of assertiveness and effectiveness for Joel Embiid?
Yeah, I mean, certainly, Joe, the numbers speak for itself. So what has to happen here? There has to be a bit of a passing of the torch of, can James Harden go share and, turn back time? Is he able to do that and go out there? Yeah, go get 24 points. Or Maxey needs to be more aggressive scoring the basketball. That is hard when that happens mid-series, when someone gets hurt like that, when it's like, all right, you're our number one. You could win the MVP. Ooh, you're hurt. Now we're going to have to shift this a little bit. As for Toronto, they're getting healthy. Scotty Barnes was ultra effective. Spicy P, let's give him his due. He's been outstanding in their last 2 wins. There seems to be a great toughness. Nick Nurse can obviously coach his fanny off because they've been through so many ups and downs, transitions, championships, Kawhi Leonard, bye to Kawhi, and this team is oh so tough. I think 76 is going to win this series, but I don't feel so confident about it.
There's the 3-game-to-none storyline here looming over this team that now it's a 3-game-to-2 series. And Doc Rivers, his reputation sort of precedes him in these moments. He's been at the helm of some of the biggest heartbreaks in NBA playoff history. Here, the 76ers score their fewest points in a playoff game since 2012. I know you feel that the 76ers will still get the job done, but as you take a look at all that surrounds it in terms of storylines, where should the panic meter truly be if you're on the Philly side of this thing?
Like a 7.75 out of 10.
Dialing it in.
You know what I mean? Like, are they going to really win Game 6 in Toronto? If they would have lost Game 3, which 76ers easily couldn't do, now this is 3-2 going back to the old Toronto, right? I mean, that's what it would have been at that point. So, like this series would have been wrapped up if they would have lost Game 3. They would have been going back to Toronto. Toronto has all the momentum. Instead, it's 3-2 Philly, so they still have wiggle room, still got to win a Game 7. Toronto would have to do on Philadelphia's home floor. There's just nothing I see right now from the 76ers that I'm like, all right, pumped. Like, our best player's hurt. Harden is obviously a shell of what he once was when he was wearing a Rockets jersey. Can Maxey end up being that guy? Start shifting towards like, all right, is it going to be Maxey or Harris? Somebody else is going to have to emerge. So, because Embiid is simply not the same guy he was when he was, on his path to winning an MVP, and not only this season, but last season as well. So, all right, Toronto's got all the momentum. I think they match up. Spicy P, Onanabe, Gary Trent Jr. is playing extremely well. Barnes, a bunch of long guys with long arms that guard multiple positions. Philly does not have an answer. They're going to need their other guys to step up in a big way.
Joe Sr. was watching Toronto the other day. He goes, everybody on this team 6'9", so it is showing up on tape, and Tim Doyle always putting it on tape as well. Thank you, Timmy.
Thanks, Joe.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.